All right. Next chapter of Homecoming Wings, Night Unending.
Why are you staring off into space? Mission's over.
It's DAA, Caleb.
But hide the blood on your sleeve before
Oh
heading inside.
no, this is right before.
Since you're a grown-up now, I won't cover for you this time.
No, stay where you are, Caleb! I opened my eyes only to be greeted by warm sunlight on my face. It's casting a dazzling hazy halo. As my vision slowly clears, all I see is a snow-white ceiling above. It was just a dream. I sigh, rubbing my pounding temples. I feel drained, my body heavy. Last night, I was supposed to act like I was sleeping, but somehow I got dizzy and actually slept. Random thoughts raced through my mind, and I grabbed my phone. The screen shows I had missed many calls. All of them are from Zane.
The hospital can't reach his guardians, which could be a problem. I'll have everything arranged by tomorrow night at the latest.
Then I'll bring Kevy to you at that time. Oh no, Kevy! I dial his number, but the call never connects. I put on my slippers and rush to the door while texting Zane. As I open the door, a barrage of loud news alerts burst forth as morning sunlight casts a gentle glow on the floor. I change and run into the living room, only to smack right into a solid chest.
You're awake.
A bakery in the back, a wall in the front. Caleb emerges from the bathroom. Steam is still coming off of his body. Holding my phone, I step back. Meeting his surprised gaze, I feel my heart pounding in my chest. When did you get back?
Around the crack of dawn.
He casually dries his hair with a towel and walks to the dining table. He grabs a piece of toast.
Why are you in a rush to leave?
I come to my senses, scrambling for a decent excuse. Oh, something came up. I won't be back in time for lunch.
You need a ride?
No, I'll be back before the sun sets. Oh, okay. Like I said, disappointed. Maybe it's a stretch, but I would have loved if he attempted to show more concern. But he just left. Zane pieced out and dived down to Lincoln. I freeze, staring somewhat incredulously at the screen in the middle of this living room. That missing kid has been found?
Yep.
That's all? Just yep? Nothing more? Nothing? Come on, Caleb? Nothing? That's all you're giving me? I agree with you, Dolly. He takes a bit of toast as he approaches me. He places one hand on the back of the couch, his eyes looking over the news.
During last night's operation, they found him in a small garden, not far from the blockade. Oh, and he was holding a fragment of what appeared to be an ether core.
Oh, that's strange. An aether core? What's that? I don't know what that is.
He's okay, and the fleet's currently holding onto that shard.
Oh, that's good. Wouldn't want it to get in the wrong hands.
If you're really worried, I'll keep a closer eye on his medical updates for you.
No need. Thanks, Caleb. I see. Technically speaking, I should have felt relieved that Caleb found him. But there's this weird tension in the air still, weighing down on my heart like a dark cloud. Once Kevy's condition stabilizes, they should allow visitors, right? I want to see him.
Sure thing, Pipsqueak. But why the long face?
Caleb used to be against me getting involved in anything related to the explosion, yet he's suddenly cool with it? If this whole thing really was just an accident, a series of coincidences, then I should feel okay about it. I'm worried about him. The question I still want to ask remains in my mouth. I take a deep breath to calm myself and notice the faint scent of something metallic. Almost drowned out by the fragrance of his shower gel, it reminds me of blood. I grab his hand. Did you get into a fight during last night's cleanup? Are you hurt anywhere?
I'm A-okay.
I thoroughly check his hands to ensure there are no injuries.
Really, I'm fine. But
All of a sudden, a cold hand touches my forehead.
looks like your fever's gone.
I had a fever?
Yeah. As soon as I got back, I heard you calling out to me in your sleep. So I figured I'd make sure you were doing okay. Was it a nightmare or something?
It's nothing. Maybe it's because I've been pushing myself too hard lately. Or maybe it was the nightmare from this morning. Either way, I feel anxious. I glance at Caleb, who's grabbing a jacket. He nudges my shoulder to direct me somewhere.
Why don't you wash up first? I didn't get a chance to take you somewhere yesterday. Do you want to go out today?
I hesitate, and before I can nod, my phone vibrates.
It's me. What happened? What's going on?
The voice on the other end of the call wipes the smile off Caleb's face. His brows furrow.
All right.
The Zane thing did bother me a lot in this because it seemed a little out of character to me. Like, I get from the narrative standpoint, but at the same time, I don't think he was in Skyhaven for something related to Death and Rebirth storyline now, but having him not help more with Kevy seemed odd. Something metallic. Did she smell? Oh, Dolly, that's good. That's a good theory. That might have been it. The amount of guilt I would have felt from this would have been insurmountable. Honestly, I probably would have been unable to function. Also, Zane disappearing is kind of out of character for him. What's wrong?
Mia passed away.
Okay, so this is what you guys were saying, is that you don't think Mia passed away. You think that Zane did end up taking her, but on him in the shower didn't take it all away. Oh yeah, that too. So this is the part where you guys said that, or that Dolly thought that Mia was not dead. His expression, or the way he just dealt with that call, is kind of weird in that it was less solemn and more like procedural. So maybe Zane did take her. She meant his hand is cold. She said the same thing in painful signal. In the moment, silence extends and wraps around my ears. That's my theory. The coincidence is lining up. Yeah. Sunlight hits the ground, but its chill creeps up like vines and steals my breath. But the thing is that are they telling Caleb that she's dead, or is Caleb telling us that because he's hiding whatever? He had to like come up with something quickly and was like, Mia's dead. If we do go with the theory that Zane took her, maybe that is why he wasn't able to get to Kevy, but I'm not sure about that theory. Oh, see, I didn't even put this together, but you guys are like onto something, that this like whole thing is just so very strange. Like, the whole thing is just kind of weird. But if Zane did dip and he actually had Mia, maybe he heard something. Well, that, or here's another theory. Maybe Zane heard something in the hospital about Kevy being found by the fleet already, and he just was like, no, I gotta get Mia out of here, and like took Mia in the middle of the night instead of going to Kevy, and then like dipped back to Lincoln. And he already had Mia with him, which is why he like dipped on Kevy, is because Kevy was already like, or he couldn't get a hold of us. I don't like the thought of Zane sneaking her out of the hospital. Oh, you do like the thought of, yeah. They killed Mia to tie up loose ends. But do we know that they actually killed her? Are we copium, Kachik? Are we? Yep, that's my theory. But let's if we'll confirm it or abandon this plotline. They didn't think we were gonna think too deep into it. I mean, I guess it would make sense. Well, they can't abandon it fully because Kevy is he's with Ever now. So they can't fully abandon it. They fake her death because Zane and his associates. That's what I'm thinking. They could fake her death just to say that she's dead, but she actually got stolen by Zane and his associates. According to the documents I read, Mia went into septic shock because of her burns. They couldn't save her. See, that's the other thing, is that they said that she was in stable condition. Why did she all of a sudden get septic shock? That's what I'm saying. And Zane examined Mia's emergency treatment records, which perfectly matched the fleet's public statement. And if the fleet and Ever have such influence on things, they could falsify things like this. Especially if Ever is a part of the hospital up in Skyhaven, which isn't unheard of. The medical records are too thorough. It's almost as if they're hiding. See, he even says they're hiding something. No one actually witnessed Mia's death. It's too sus. It's too sus. After the academic conference ended, Zane retrieved a classified file and departed with the medical team. He took these mysteries with him. Zane knows something. And once he confirmed my safety, he didn't ask any more questions. Sus. I'm so valid. You are 100% valid in your suspicions. Okay, gonna have to head out for real this time. Okay, bye, lady. Thanks for joining us today. I really appreciate you. And thank you so much. I'm really happy I got your drawings today. They are so, so cute. Everybody go check out Lady's Etsy. She has a ton of things. She has a lot of cute things other than lad stuff too, but... I will have so many things. But not that saying Ever's probably just experimenting on her. Oh, so you think Ever has her? As for Kevy, who went to such lengths to find him clearly wants him alive, for now at least. Ever maybe knows too, but they are using her death to control Kevy. Oh... I don't like that theory. That's so gross. Ever would do that, but oh my gosh, that's awful. But Kevy at the end of this seems like he is like way in cahoots with Ever. But maybe it's the same as like it's the same as like with Caleb. Don't be too hard on yourself. But the story doesn't end there. The remains of the siblings' parents were found aboard a small vessel Joseph had taken, which further proves his involvement. The Farspace fleet stepped in to address public concerns and quickly arranged an adoptive family for Kevy. Everything progressed at an unnatural rapid pace. Their flawless response is too perfect. It was like watching a chess game where every move had been planned in advance. Ever is the grossest. Yep, Mia and Kevy mirror Caleb and MC a lot. Yeah, which makes me think that they're gonna bring them back anyways. Kevy has one of those mind control chips and they're deleting his memories. Yeah.
Has the fleet taken any steps to reflect on its actions? With full-scale lockdown fast approaching, are there any new protocols in place?
Please, is this... Beyond the barricade tape, reporters and photographers with cameras of all sizes gathered together. Yet it's eerily calm in front of Mia's grave. When the funeral ends, the crowd disperses. Kevy stands alone by the tombstone, fiddling with a black armband that continues to slide down. His face is smooth and boyish. There's neither crystal nor grief. Kevy? Are you okay?
Miss?
He looks up at me, studying my expression before revealing a smile.
Yeah, the professor has been very nice. I'm moving to a new place soon.
The professor? Is he the one who adopted Kevy? I'm sorry. I planned to show up that night, but if I had found you sooner...
It's okay. The fleet found me in the end.
He speaks before I can continue, his expression almost devoid of emotion. He's composed. This only further proves that he's got a chip in his brain. But I thought you said you didn't want to go with the fleet. Something's still off. Kevy managed to avoid being detected even when they did thorough searches. The fleet didn't find him right until...
Don't worry, miss. I'll be okay in my new home. I'll miss my sister.
He speaks as if he's stating a fact. And why would a person be sad about something that's already become a fact? It's as if I'm the one who's not quite ready to face reality yet. I push down the sadness bubbling up inside me and give him Lucia, who's been cleaned. Here, the plushie left behind. It should stay with its owner. Kevy frowns. He glances at the photo on the tombstone, surrounded by flowers and toys, as if trying to figure out who that person is.
I don't like toys, but because it's from you, I'll take it.
The confusion in his eyes only lasts a moment. When he looks up again, he has that serene smile on his face. Come on, Infold, just let them say my name, please. After Kevy heads off with his new family, I stay where I am, and then I hear a familiar voice behind me. Caleb tips his hat and sets down a fresh bouquet by Mia's grave.
I'm sorry. Some fleet business got in the way.
It's okay. As your adjutant, it's normal for me to represent you when needed. For a long time, we stand there, silently observing the bright smile on the tombstone.
How's Kevy doing?
He's doing almost too great to be true.
Maybe the kid's just putting up a front. So, he hasn't really come to terms with his family and sister being gone from this world.
That can't be right. The doubt echoing in my mind almost escapes my lips. I slowly close my eyes and calm down. My Pookie, let me kiss you. In less than 2 days, Kevy's condition completely changed from what I saw that night. This must be the fleet's doing. It seems an unseen force pushed for a rapid completion of Mia's funeral and Kevy's adoption. Does this mean Caleb knows what's really going on? Many adults struggle with tragedies such as these. I can only imagine what it's like for a child. Picking up on what I'm saying, Caleb gives my shoulder a comforting squeeze. He looks like he wants to say more, but he just lowers his head. There's a bit of sadness in his eyes.
Don't be too disheartened.
Okay. Ever since the explosion, everything has been wrapped up too well. The wind pushes one of the toys near the tombstone. It rolls and stops at my feet. Caleb bends down to pick it up. He dusts it off, and his insignia gleams silver under the dim light. I play with the hem of my shirt and hold back the questions itching to escape my mouth. I've known Caleb for a long time. I shouldn't doubt him without any evidence.
Let's go. We can relax somewhere else.
No, we can't, because people keep interrupting us. The communication device in Caleb's wrist vibrates. He grimaces.
What is it?
There's a large group of reporters outside. They're making a scene.
I'll see what's going on.
Yes, Colonel.
Go ahead. I want to spend some time with Mia.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Caleb? Just as he's about to leave, I stop him. I want to ask you something. I look into that familiar gaze. Letting go of the hem I've been clutching, I smile at him. No matter what happens, I can always trust you. Right?
Of course.
He moves his arm, seemingly about to ruffle my hair, yet he stops and instead pats my shoulder. He doesn't want the dirt on his hand to get in my hair.
Wait for me.
I will always wait for you. As more people leave, the cemetery quiets down. I go for a stroll, Walking along a gravel path, I'm close to the exit. But the question I can't bring myself to ask keeps flooding my mind. If the Farspace fleet were the one who caused the explosion, what could their motive be? How much does Caleb actually know? Is there some untold story to how he became part of the Farspace fleet? Is it related to the Aether Core fragment? Is that why the fleet's so desperate to get their hands on Kevi? But if it was just about the Aether Core fragment, they wouldn't have rescued him. Unless
the kid has something more valuable.
Oh no, it's him again. A cool breeze interrupts my thoughts. I turn around and see a dark figure behind me. He leans against a tombstone, his tongue darting out in and out like a snake. Cracks and bolts decorate his face.
In this world, a lot of people want an Aether Core, but only a select few can handle its power without being devoured.
He kind of reminds me of the guy, I don't know if you guys are super into Viper, their biggest shiver. He kind of reminds me of the guy from The Devil's Carnival. I don't know if you guys are into musicals or whatnot, but he kind of reminds me of that guy.
And finding individuals like that is incredibly rare.
It's you again.
You're not even pretending to be surprised.
Because I'm not, you're gross. But also, he is the biggest shipper. Why are you here?
To kill you, obviously.
How lame. Ignoring his bluff, I pull back my gun. Who are you? Are you one of Ever's assassins, or just someone who's interested in the Aether Core?
You managed to avoid the correct answer.
He smirks, his expression showing no sign of being amiable. Amiable. He holds out his hand to me. I looked up. He does.
Let me
Okay.
introduce myself properly. I'm Caleb's friend. You can call me Viper.
I think friend is a loose term, Viper. Also, thanks for looking that up, Dolly. I'm glad I wasn't just imagining things. Seeing how I don't react, he shrugs and takes back his hand. Are you implying that what happened to Kevi was caused by his ability to use an Aether Core?
Don't be too suspicious. Though, seeing
Says
you
the
be
man.
manipulated like this is annoying. I'm here to lend a hand.
Viper? Is he against Ever, or is he with Ever? Or is he both? Is he a double agent? Or no, he's more like a guy who's in it for himself. That's what it is.
Don't you want to know what the fleet and Caleb are really up to?
What makes you think I'll believe you? When I express my doubt, he's caught off guard.
Fair point.
While we're talking, the faint hum of a car drifts from the cemetery and extends over the wall. I look in its direction. The rear window slowly goes down. Kevi waves at me, an iron fence between us. He's against Caleb. Jealous siblings dynamic. Oh, okay. I think he just wants to stir things up. Yeah, he's just he's like slimy in a different way. He's not like Ever slimy. He's just for sheets and giggles. I can't discern who the person next to him is. It's probably his new guardian.
What a lucky kid. Saved from the fate of being a normal person. It's better to dance to the tune of the strong than live a plain life. A pawn is still a pawn, but they have a chance to survive to the end of a large chess game.
What have you done to him?
Finally, you're asking the right questions.
A hint of mockery flickers in those gray eyes that are fixed on me.
Don't you care about him? Go and see for yourself.
The emphasis on the S. He literally is jelly because his father, the professor, prefers Caleb. Without realizing it, I catch a small, shiny object that was hurled towards me. I open my palm and see a uniquely shaped disc.
Tomorrow afternoon, Shell 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. See you later.
The figure sways with the wind before instantly vanishing like mist. He's not Daddy's favorite. He's not Daddy Professor's favorite. Chell 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. Bro has abandoned son syndrome. it's middle child syndrome. A beautiful and secluded villa sits in a white veil. It's impossible to tell whether the building is surrounded by mist or flowing clouds. The signal jammer Viper gave me allows me to silently scale the back wall and enter the courtyard. The trees' shadows cast diagonal lines across the grass and meticulously trimmed shrubs. The wrought iron fence enclosing the entire space, resembles a carefully crafted prison. What exactly does Viper want me to see? Criminal stuff happens to him and new victims. Viper is so gross. I'll have to reread it. Walking around a tree's shadow, I notice a familiar figure standing in the center of the garden.
Miss, you're visiting me.
He smiles, seemingly unperturbed by my sudden appearance. It's nice to see you again, Kevy. I respond with a grin that holds an equal amount of warmth to his smile. Is this your new home? Is everything okay?
The professor said I'd finish my coursework here. He thinks I'm talented, but I still have much to learn.
As I move closer, I find that Kevy is holding a brightly colored bird in his hand.
I found it in the garden.
He pinches its talons and watches the bird struggle.
If I break its wings, it can stay here forever. It will die very quickly, though.
Sometimes I forget just how gross Ever is. And then shit like this is said. And then I remember that Ever is very gross. Yeah. Now, I will say that I do, while I'm all for an enemy that is misguided, is the way I say it. So like Sephiroth or like Mythos from Tales of Symphonia or stuff like that, you know, where I get what you're trying to do, but you're doing it wrong. I'm all for that. But there's something about a very gross bad guy where they're just bad that I love it. I love it. I'm here for it.
The professor said if we damage the bird's neuromuscular system, it won't be able to fly, but it will believe it can. Slowly, it'll get used to its life on the ground. The bird will then forget that it's supposed to fly.
A bone-chilling voice, tinged with childlike innocence, sends a shiver down my spine. Kevy, who is the professor? What's he like?
I can't
Irredeemably
tell you.
bad.
You're not my family.
Family, huh? Also, I do think it's interesting that Ever is all about, I guess, well, specific for Caleb's, it's all about family. I wouldn't say it's the same for the guys, but they use family as like a way to manipulate, and that's also very gross. Do you remember Mia? After the fleet found you, did something happen? Can you tell me?
My sister? She's dead. The professor said it's wrong to be sad. I shouldn't be sad. I'll have a lot of brothers and sisters, and I'll be strong. I've always believed when you lose a loved one, you're supposed to be sad. But miss, I don't feel that way at all. Should I be sad?
Kevy's fingers inadvertently relax, and the bird uses this opportunity to flap its wings and soar into the sky. He lowers his head, tears falling onto his hand. A confused expression appears on his face again. I touch his shoulder, ready to speak comforting words, but a faint mechanical sound catches my attention.
System error. Attempting a second reboot. The primary personality is attacking the control program.
My gaze flickers to a thin metal bracelet on Kevy's wrist. It emits a faint blue light.
No, it shouldn't be like this.
For Caleb, he is kind of forced by them. They saved his life. They aren't really manipulating him. He's just a willing participant to distract them from MC2. That's true. Kevy, are you okay? Can you hear me? But no matter how many times I call his name, Kevy doesn't respond. He stands still.
I shouldn't be... I shouldn't forget.
His sentences are fragmented. It's as if some program is taking over his mind.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
In the blink of an eye, his gaze focuses on me again. Before he can wipe away his tears, he smiles at me and slowly shakes off my hand from his shoulders.
Miss, you're visiting me. That's good. It's time for you to go. The professor will be here soon.
My chest tightens all of a sudden. Is this what Viper wanted me to witness? Did he want me to see Kevy being manipulated to the point where his memories are being rewritten? Could the fleet be behind this? Or maybe... someone's coming. As the sound of footsteps draw closer, I jump over the wall and hide in the bushes.
Did something happen, Kevy?
It's nothing. The bird just flew away.
The composed, slightly exhausted voice speaks again.
I see you're struggling to restrain the fragmented consciousness that isn't yours. Those memories, emotions, and feelings don't belong to you. Don't let them consume you.
That's... oh, that makes me feel so gross. All of a sudden, the air goes still. Then...
Was that girl, Mia, also part of your plan?
my heart races all of a sudden. From just beyond the wall, I hear Caleb's voice.
She didn't show any signs of transformation. So why?
I think that's the one that I did do. I think I did the Far Space Fleet one. I think that's the one I completed. They are trying to create a second MC, I think. With Mia, you mean? Or with Kevy?
You're overthinking it. For normal people like her, we don't need to get too attached.
For normal people?
Letting your emotions run wild and blaming yourself for every little mistake, it will only hold you back.
With Kevy. Caleb is here. It feels like I'm being splashed with cold water. A chill runs down my spine as I try to stay calm.
How is everything going on your end?
We'll soon be done with cleanup. As for the salvaging process, we'll pick up the pace.
The plan will be starting again. You must ensure she doesn't interfere with it. Otherwise, I won't be able to keep this a secret for much longer.
She won't.
I think I did, but I'm wondering if I didn't have enough points to get into the AA section, and I just skipped straight to the tree. Because I'm trying to remember what happened. Stepping outside the gate to the garden, Caleb senses something. He stops in his tracks and turns around. All the windows lined the corridor reflect a reddish sunset as they converge at a single point.
What's the matter?
It's nothing.
Caleb knows we're here. The fleeting figure appears to be a trick of the light. He averts his gaze, observing the layers of fog which cover the outer wall.
If that day truly comes, and she discovers everything, I'll keep her hidden. She'll be in a place where no one can find her.
So Caleb knows everything. I think we've discovered that he knows everything. Because the unicorn's operation is what made me start to like Caleb. He showed his hand a bit to MC. And he's walking this thin line, trying to play. Whatever. That's something that I've really liked about Caleb, is that he does show his hand a little bit more. Pawns and yeah. Despite my extended leave status, my urgent message doesn't raise any eyebrows among my colleagues in special operations. After requesting support regarding Kevy's condition, I also informed Captain Jenna of my dedication to the Spatium Core fragment had likely fallen into the Far Space Fleet's hands. In response, she repeatedly emphasizes Skyhaven's complex situation and would rather miss an opportunity than allow me to attempt a risky reacquisition mission. I promised multiple times not to act rashly. Soon enough, Andrew's search yields preliminary results. Unsurprisingly, looking up Far Space Fleet and mind control chips gave no results. Of course, I understand. As I end the call, the clamor of traffic fills my ears. Above me, interwoven orbital tracks gleam like flowing streams of stars. The bustling scenery around me feels surreal. The moment I stop focusing on work, all the thoughts I've been pushing down start to rise up. Caleb wasn't just aware of the Far Space Fleet's actions, he's also might have been involved with it. Could his consistently vague whereabouts and highly classified cleanup be a part of this? And what happened to the siblings was definitely not an accident, as the professor claimed. One thing's for certain, even if Mia's death was an accident, the fleet deliberately took Kevi. The fleet must have been using some kind of chip to control Kevi and Joseph. They probably have goals to extend beyond obtaining Aether Core fragments. I lower my gaze and notice a metallic glint from my pocket. The necklace I had gifted Caleb still adorned my neck. Amidst the chaos these past few days, I forgot to return it. And in my coat's hidden pocket is a new stealth monitoring chip I brought from special operations, just in case. Forgive me, Caleb. After a few minutes, I finally pull out my phone and dial Caleb's number. Hey.
What's up?
Nothing really. I just wanted to tell you my extended leave from the association is ending. I'll be heading back to Lincoln soon.
Has the date already been set?
No. I've been in Skyhaven for a couple of days and got caught up in all sorts of things. I haven't had a chance to properly spend time with you. When will you be free? Is right now good?
Sure. I'm ready when you are. Do you have a place in mind?
I look up, and a nearby tower, the Aerospace Center, looms over me. Its spire piercing the sky. Moonlight gently shines over it. It used to be Caleb's stomping ground back when he worked at the Deep Space Aviation Administration. The serene scene changes as holographic advertisements dance along the clouds. Head over to the Sunset Promenade and on the Aerospace Center's outer rings to witness a Type I supernova thousands of light years away. I heard there's a supernova today. It's not every day we get to see that, right? Let's check it out. Meet me at the Sunset Promenade in an hour. Is this the explosion? This scenery is so pretty. I know exactly what that supernova is now. No! No! Oh, I think I missed something. Oh no, that's right. Oh, stepping off the shuttle's platform, I see the scenery of the main island unfold before me. As night descends, the ring-shaped net encircling the tower glows like a planetary ring. Amidst the flowing lights of neon signs and holograms, people eagerly discuss the upcoming supernova they'll witness.
What will happen to the big star, Mom? Maybe they'll... I'm not sure. I'm sorry, honey.
A memory that lay dormant for so long awakens and envelops my thoughts. Caleb, you have another project?
My science teacher wants us to build models. Everyone's either doing the solar system or a black hole. It's boring. Do you remember the supergiant Gran showed us? The one that's 2,300 light years away? Its supernova will be the one our generation has the best chance of witnessing firsthand. I want to see it.
Oh, I remember. Didn't she also use it as an example? She said that no matter what difficulties we face in the future, you should protect me. It's like how the ring solar system protects its planet.
Gran never said that, though. Are you just remembering what you want to hear again?
But she did say it.
Actually, Gran said that powerful stars are destroyed by forces from within. Meanwhile, fragile humans need to endure outside forces. We don't need to face the future alone, though. It's like how planets and their ring systems are born together. They'll also fade away together.
No! I'm so sad. No! I basically said that. Anyway, you have to help me finish this week's extra reading assignments. I come to my senses. This place is crowded, and everyone is trying to find the best spot on the Sunset Promenade. Oops, that's not what I want to do. Someone steps on my foot. As I try to step to the side, I lose my balance and stumble into an unexpected embrace.
Sorry for the wait.
A hand grabs my wrist. I look up and see Caleb's slightly amused expression. Caleb.
In Skyhaven, you can catch a glimpse of cosmic wonders every now and then. Though this is the first time I get to see a supernova. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Why is he acting like nothing happened? Why is it always so difficult to understand what he's thinking? Caleb grins and leans in.
Where'd you go today?
I just walked around.
This place is packed. Hold on tight. Don't get lost, Pipsqueak.
First. No. I'm not a little girl anymore, Caleb. Slow down. He grabs my hand and walks quickly, yet his grip is firm. It reminds me of when we were in school. He always held my hand like this back then. For a moment, I'm stunned. I start to question if the voice I heard this afternoon is really his. How could Caleb change? No, he hasn't changed at all. If anything's different, it should not be him. As I watch him walk, a bizarre idea pops into my head for no reason. Is there something inside Caleb that's controlling him? Is it changing him?
Over here.
I know. On the edge of the viewing platform, Caleb discreetly moves to stand behind me. He acts like a shield from the bustling crowd. Below the glass floor, clouds ripple like waves while a hologram appears to start the countdown. We can see Skyhaven's university clock from here. And look at those fighter jets over there. Is that the aerodome from the Aerospace Academy?
Yep. With exams on the horizon, I bet a bunch of my juniors are preparing themselves for some serious cramming.
The last time I visited Skyhaven University was for your graduation. Time flies.
It sure does.
Do you regret it? Caleb leans on the railing, turns to me and smiles.
Regret what?
Being admitted into the Aerospace Academy and becoming one of those 1 in 10,000 deep space fighter pilots. I hesitate, unable to find the right words. You're on an entirely different path now. It wasn't one you chose in the beginning.
Stuff changes all the time. It's fine. What about you? When you were a kid, you nagged me about using my evol to hold you up high. You even insisted I launch you into space.
I mean, you could launch me into space, that's fine.
Do you still dream about exploring the universe?
That's just nonsense kids say. Caleb raises his head. There's a fleeting sadness on his... No! There's a fleeting sadness on his face. I almost wonder if I had imagined it.
Back at the shelter, I remember you said your home was beyond the stars. But we couldn't even get past the walls and barbed wire.
Yeah. The teachers always said the outside world is dangerous. We were too little to go out. Though, when you're cooped up in one place for too long, the outside world can be more appealing than ever. Yet, all we could do was hang out on the rooftop and count the fighter jets flying past us. She was right. Her home is the stars. It's true. I once asked you about why they didn't crash and if the railroad by the shelter led to the sea.
The fighter jets crashed because they got attacked by wanderers. As for that railroad, at the end of it is a patch of weeds. We'll figure out everything about this world, one step at a time.
Really? I'm starting to think some people's hearts are more mysterious than the world itself. Like you, for example. You're a walking vault of secrets right now. It really does. I can't tell if my thoughts are written all over my face to the point where he can see everything. I look into his eyes and hope to receive an acceptable response.
Well, Pipsqueak, since you're interested in secrets, there is one thing.
Which is? The noisy crowd suddenly falls silent. A dazzling light fades into the night. The hologram's lights continue to glow like water. Only the countdown remains. He grins at me, his voice as serene as a passing flock of birds.
It's starting.
The people around us look toward the sky, but his gaze remains fixed on me. I almost lose myself in his eyes. After a moment, I find my voice and flash him a smile. Oh, right. Close your eyes. I have a surprise for you. I pull out the necklace from my pocket and put it around his neck. I forgot about that. That's so cute.
Who gives the same gift twice?
Okay, but who loses a precious gift from others? If it disappears again, there won't be a next time.
All right. I promise I won't lose it again.
Suddenly, a distant ring oh goodness.
That's gonna be the supernova.
We're getting a picture of that. Oh wait, did it let me get a picture of that? I think it did. That was cute. They need more of that in this game. The electromagnetic radiation from the supernova will persist for some time. To protect Skyhaven, a floating city powered by energy, aerial shields have been activated above us. After we witnessed this brief brilliance, night descends onto the cityscape once more. Tonight, Caleb will go out again. They emphasized this moment so much before I said, now I'm sad. No, I know. According to him, Skyhaven's lockdown will be over soon, along with the cleanup. I say goodnight to him in advance. Then I enter my bedroom, draw the curtains, and force myself to close my eyes as I rest on the bed. In these dark hours of the night, I eventually hear the door being pushed open. The faint sound of footsteps draws closer. Realizing it's Caleb, I keep my breathing steady. As I pretend to be asleep, a gentle touch lands on my forehead. He's gone. Why did Caleb... My mind is in turmoil. I press my hand against my chest, trying to stop my heart from pounding so quickly. I slowly get up. I look out the window and see the night scenery. Then, taking a deep breath, I activate the tracking feature on my hunter's watch. Target is being tracked. It seems Caleb hasn't discovered the tracker embedded in the necklace, or he knows about it and he's just not saying anything. With all these complex leads, only Caleb can unravel these mysteries as he's burdened with countless secrets. When I try to leave, I notice the door doesn't budge. Did Caleb intentionally lock me in the house? I raise my gun and aim it at the lock. Without a second thought, I pull the trigger. Atta girl. That's what we do around here. We blow locks off with our gun. Flares illuminate the night sky. They're bright enough to make it seem like daytime. Meanwhile, destroyed streetlights sway in the wind. 2 to 3 story steel structures cast looming shadows on the cracked pavement. A palette of dark colored hues surround them. Amidst this desolation, the only source of vibrant color is the orange barricade tape. How can there be a place like this in Skyhaven? Exactly, Kachik. Thick wild grass covers the ground, a testament to the years of having been abandoned. Yet these pieces of metal shine as if they're new. Beyond the bars of steel, the faint outline of various aircraft hint at this place's history. The signal from the necklace abruptly vanishes here. There must be a signal jammer in the area.
Test Site 5 has been cleaned. We will now advance to Pt2. What was that?
Shh! Quickly now! They won't find us here.
Before I can react, I'm pulled into a makeshift shelter made from discarded equipment.
It's just the rain.
Also makes me conclude that MC tracks swamp worms from the Deep Space Tunnel. Specifically her. I wonder if it's the Aether Core that does that? Is that what you were saying? I think that's what you were saying earlier. Was that you thought it was the Aether Core? Yeah. I turn around and pull out my gun, only to see a young girl's face illuminated by the light reflecting off the puddle. Crystals adorn her skin. She wears a thin dress, but she's unperturbed in such cold rain. In the distance, officers wearing Farspace Fleet uniforms move closer. They're armed and on high alert.
Isn't it weird how these monsters are getting more aggressive?
The contamination levels here are extremely high. They're practically indistinguishable from wanderers now. Stay frosty.
Okay. So, ever since she showed up to Skyhaven, the residents noticed the increasing amount of wanderers and lockdown than this scene. Right. And these aren't, I mean, wanderers are gonna pop up, obviously, but, they're calling them monsters right now, but they're the Ultram. But aren't Ultram just another wanderer type creature? Like, isn't that what they're comparing them to, kind of?
This batch of specimens is on the brink of transformation. Salvage value at 0%. Requesting confirmation to do the cleanup.
Specimen. Is she one of them? The crystalline growths on the girl's body are similar to Kevy's, but far more severe. She's almost completely transformed into one of those monsters from the N109 zone.
Hey, can you check if I'm still alive? Is my heart still beating?
Urging me, the girl grabs my hand and presses it to her chest. I think they all want the Aether Core. MC could have been one of them, if not for the Aether Core. Right. But how did they... The question is how did they fix Kevy? Because he doesn't... I would assume that they took the spatium core from him originally. So he doesn't have it unless they implanted it in him as well. Which is what you were saying, was that you think that they're doing an experiment on Kevy like they did on MC. Which means he also has a spatial... or an Aether Core in him as well. I look down. A fist-sized cavity covered in crystals is in her chest. Within it, a large crystal pulsates and eerily glows in a place where her heart should be. That's okay. But a large crystal. But does she have a proto-core in her, like a proto-crystal? Because they're making it very clear that there's a crystal pulsating in her chest where her heart should be. But not everybody who turns into the Ultram will have a Aether Core. That's so many Aether Cores, and they make it sound like there's not many Aether Cores in the world. What happened to you? Her skin, drained of all its color as she stands in the rain, betrays the weight of her memories as she cowers.
I was dying. Someone whisked me away from the ward and took off the white cloth on my face. They made a promise. After one experiment, I could live again. Who wouldn't want that?
They seem like failed experiments, and MC was a successful one. No, they're saying the crystals have taken over now. Okay. So now form Ultrams. From Ultram, she's a zombie. Okay, so she's not... So there's the failed experiments, which are more like zombies, and then the actual Ultram is what you're saying, Khajiit. As she speaks, the crystals creep further up her neck, yet she appears oblivious to them.
It's a shame. If I passed the test, I could have been the professor's daughter.
Curling up into a ball, she hides her face and muffles her sobs. The rain covers her anguish. The professor, he's the one who took Kevy under the pretense of adoption.
professor who gave us a second chance at life. He's our father.
Now I know for sure he was the one walking next to Caleb at the villa. He's definitely involved in this experiment, and he must have something to do with the Far Space Fleet. The lockdown, the cleanup are just covers. The fleet's true targets are these. No, she's losing all humanity now. Going pure monster and
And you smell
rapidly
really
attacking.
nice.
Okay. Lightning splits the night sky, casting light on this narrow space. She stops sobbing. The girl raises her head, and I see her tear-streaked face. Click, the crystals fall. Those dark eyes are consumed. There are only empty eye sockets reminiscent of eye holes in a mask.
Can I eat you?
She seems to lose consciousness, but then her cold fingers grab my wrist.
Your strength. Give it to
Ultram
me.
equals failed experiments. If they don't kill them, they'll turn into zombies. This was dumb. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. But didn't they say in Death and Rebirth that, or didn't Benedict call himself an Ultram? Or did he say that he was just an experiment that was a success? Sensing her abnormal strength, I swiftly pull back. I use the momentum to throw the girl off balance and force her to fall to her knees. Raindrops trickle down her temple. Her skin is like a human's. I hesitate for a second before reaching for my gun. That single moment cost me. A sharp pain shoots up my knee. The crystalline spikes protrude from her shoulders, pierce my left leg. My blood mixes with the rain.
I said, you should let me eat you.
It's as if a silent signal has been given. Several figures emerge from the shadows and stagger towards me. Black crystals have almost engulfed every part of their bodies. They're barely recognizable as humans from their outlines. The crackling sound of burning flesh resounds in my ears again. Their silhouettes blur with the ones I remember from the N109 zone. No, those things are here. Oh, no, those things are here already. Will Ultram turn into wanderers or zombies? It seems some can control the wanderer version. Okay.
Give the ether core.
Lady, I know I'm a snack and a cutie. Exclusive to Caleb only. They're all here for the Aether Core. As they close in, I have no choice but to fight through the pain. I push the girl away, holding my gun. I struggle to stand. Bullets cut through the rainfall and pierce the leg of two figures at the front of the group. However, they don't stop. Gritting my teeth, I aim for the shoulder of those people. Another shot rings out, and the girl's twisted convulsions come to an abrupt stop. But I didn't pull a trigger. The figure before me dissipates into energy particles. It's similar to how a wanderer disintegrates after death.
I found the missing specimens. Stop them!
Several lights shine harshly, and I hear the synchronized sound of gun before it draws. A bullet whizzes past my ear, yet those people who have been shot multiple times continue to lunge at me. Amidst the howling wind, the space in front of me distorts. A vortex appears, sucking in and tearing apart 2 or 3 looming figures. There's different types of... Some are protocore exposure from their environments, like in Dawnbreaker, factory workers. Then there's the Ever experiments. It all boils down to the protocore exposure, though. Okay. What is that? The rain stops, and the smoke from guns and crystal particles appears to be suspended in time. Through the veil of raindrops, an indifferent face gradually comes into focus. Raindrops are deflected away. Caleb. Frozen in place, I don't know if I should call out his name.
What are you doing here?
I should be the one asking you that. I bite my lip before speaking in a more serious tone. These monsters and wanderers are actually what you're cleaning up, right? He takes a step forward and seizes my wrist with a lot of strength.
Now do you see? In this world, there will always be people who want your power.
In a dance of light and shadow, his expression remains indiscernible, and before I can open my mouth, the cries of wanderers fill the air. Squeak, you're getting me in trouble. I avert my gaze. The remaining figures struggle against the vortex, and the metaflux slowly dissipates. As the wind screeches, the energy particles coalesce into a large wanderer. It roars before advancing towards Caleb. Caleb, be careful.
You're the one who needs to be careful.
With a stern expression, he grabs my shoulder and pulls me behind him.
Are you trying to prove you're strong enough to trespass into restricted zones by yourself? At night? You should only do that sort of thing when you're not throwing yourself into danger.
Alright, we're gonna skip the fight, because we gotta keep this ball rolling. Dark side. The fleet ship cruises smoothly in the sky as it's currently on autopilot. It resembles a colossal beast lurking in the night. Outside the porthole, an endless stream of stars flickers like a shimmering wave of light. In the aircraft cabin, Caleb pulls me onto the bed. Retrieving a first aid kit, he sets it down and carefully removes the bloody fabric from my knee. Under the harsh light, blood continues to flow. His gloves are dyed a bright crimson. I look away.
Does it hurt? Are you mad at me?
No. As I hear him take out the medicine and equipment, I start to turn around, but then his hand covers my eyes. A fine needle pricks my skin, and the searing pain instantly dissipates. Caleb. I raise my head and look into his eyes. The explosion in the Cascade District was just a convenient excuse to justify the cleanup. Then there's Kevy and Mia. Oh, hello. Those were manufactured incidents too. What have you been doing behind my back? Caleb wipes away the blood from my knee and disposes of the syringe. He retrieves a surgical skin stapler.
What do you think could have happened if I hadn't been there tonight?
Click. The surgical skin stapler leaves behind a faint mark.
I can't bear going through the same pain again. Or do you want me to re-experience that loneliness because I left you?
I'm so sad for him. That's not...
You shouldn't throw yourself into danger anymore.
Click. His fingers touch the stitched area and wipe away a tiny droplet of blood.
Whether those people live or die tonight, it doesn't matter anymore. Anyone who dares to wield power that isn't theirs must pay the price. The explosion was just an opportunity for the fleet to intervene. You arrived in Skyhaven at the wrong time.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Would anything change? Would it even make a difference?
He sets down the surgical skin stapler and bandages my wound. Then he calmly meets my gaze. So you keep me in the dark to stop me from doing anything. Did you really think I wouldn't question such protections? Caleb remains silent. I lick my dried lips, suddenly tired of arguing with him. Fine. Once your fleet ship lands, I'll leave.
No, you won't. Since you managed to escape once, we'll be going somewhere else.
He lifts his hand and cups my cheek, yet his fingers are freezing cold.
I will protect you.
Oh, his arm.
Until everything is resolved, I need to make sure you're safe and sound.
Who did the Colonel bring back? Who knows, but since he ordered us to take good care of her, she's probably not a nobody.
With the mission over, Caleb takes me to a special care unit on the Far Space Fleet ship. I can't even step outside of it. The walls, white as snow, are adorned with all sorts of medical devices. There are multiple colored indicator lights dancing incessantly. He really is our protector. I don't know his rationale or how exactly I'm being kept here, though I couldn't care less right now.
Maybe she's also getting sent to Colonel.
How is she?
The medical
Annoyed.
examination is done. We're just waiting for the analysis. But because of the rain, the equipment indicates her vital signs are abnormal. Colonel, who's the injured?
An important target for observation. Is there a problem?
No, I was just curious. I've never seen her before, so...
Honestly, just seeing her die over and over again, I think would be enough. I look at the blue and white medical gown I'm wearing. It's ironic, I got labeled as a target for observation. Their conversation draws to a close, and it's replaced by a sound of familiar footsteps getting closer. I return to the bed and lie down as if I hadn't heard them speaking. The door opens silently, and Caleb walks in. The room's lights adjust with his every step.
Morning.
As he nears the bed, the room brightens as if to imitate the breaking dawn. He pulls up a chair and sits down.
How are you feeling?
Annoyed. I think my character would be so mad.
We're in a bit of a stalemate, huh?
It hurts because MC doesn't remember anything and doesn't know. I feel for her. Yeah, I would be... Lady brought this up too, that it would be interesting to kind of review MC herself, because not remembering is traumatic in itself, and having all these people around you remember things and like keeping you in the dark would be... I would be so paranoid constantly. Caleb taps the vital signs monitor on the wall, and various data values appear in midair. My heart rate, my breathing rate, everything but my current mental state is right in front of him. Caleb, I need to leave.
You'll be out of here soon enough.
He meets my gaze, his words seemingly admonishing me. When?
Depends on when your vital signs return to normal.
Since last night, I've heard the same response 3 times now. A question takes hold of me. It sends a shiver down my spine. Caleb. It's been a while since I said his name like that. Touched, Caleb's gaze finds mine.
Yes?
When you made me take the cold medicine that night, it wasn't just because you were concerned about my health, right?
You already figured out everything, right? Aren't I pathetic?
No! My poor boy! I gotta ask. I'm not gonna tolerate. And this is just all an excuse. You never planned on letting me go since the beginning. I've had enough of him not telling me the truth. I take a cup from the table and throw it at him. The cup collides with his body and then shatters into pieces.
Did that help you calm down?
The water droplets fall and drench his immaculate uniform, yet his gaze remains unfazed. Throw the cup at him. The person before me stays composed. The Caleb I once knew is gone.
Get some rest. It'll help you relax. I'll check in on you later tonight.
It's the sweeping similarities to him and Kevy, though, right now is incredible. Groggy, I open my eyes again. The world outside has already descended into darkness. A few lights twinkle like fireflies in the heavy mist. His aura is too much for the cup. His fake is too strong. The cup didn't stand a chance. I sit up and scan my surroundings. Belatedly realizing I'm not at home. I'm excited to go through a standard myth. Everything that has led up to this moment feels like a surreal dream. The lights? I whip my head around and look out the window again. I can't clearly see what's outside, but in the mist are outlines of tall buildings. Since Caleb wants to take me back to HQ, it seems the Farspace fleet has landed. It's a starship that spends most of its time in the sky and doesn't always touch ground, so... He can't afford to get upset,
What's
so
wrong?
she's angry.
Where does it hurt?
And he just takes it. It is really sad for both of them, actually. I feel cold for some reason. My head is spinning. I can't see anything.
Hold on. I'll call for the doctor.
In one swift move, I pick up her limp body, place her on the bed, and tuck her in. I'm sorry. After putting on the nurse's face mask and uniform, I push the cart along as I leave. Several officers wearing uniforms approach me. I lower my gaze and walk past them. But before I can breathe a sigh of relief, a voice calls out to me.
Excuse me, nurse.
How can I help you? I turn around and make sure I don't stutter when I speak. A fleet officer walks up to me. He frowns as he gives me a once-over.
You're heading toward the armory. Why does a nurse need to be there?
Limp body. MC, what did you do? I do feel bad for him. It's not his fault he's in this predicament. It's not. MCR a moment. I'm sorry. I thought I was going the pharmacy was this way. I calm down and lie to him without missing a beat. I guess the person who gave me directions misunderstood my question. Fortunately, this explanation seems to have fooled him. He nods and points to the corridor in the opposite direction.
The pharmacy is over there. The armory is a restricted area, so you shouldn't be wandering around.
Okay, thank you, sir. I haven't even taken a few steps when the fleet officer calls out to me again.
Wait.
Is there something else you needed?
You have stabilizers there, right?
He grabs 3 syringes from a box on the cart and shows me the number on his chest.
I'm taking some with me. Write it down on the list later.
I'm so excited for that too. He finally vanishes after making it a turn around a corner, and my heart finally relaxes. What did he mean by stabilizers? I pick up a syringe from the box and turn it over to look at the label. Drug name, Cybazin. It can be used to combat emotional outbursts, enhance cognitive functions, and help patients stabilize their mental state. Only those with Turing chips may use this. This drug should not be used daily.
You planted a mind control device in me. It's that chip.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
That chip must be the Turing chip. That fleet officer must also have one. An absurd thought pops into my head. If chip implementation is common in the fleet, then Caleb might have gotten one too. In that case, maybe everything he's done so far wasn't of his volition. Joseph used those stabilizers and overdosed them. That's why he did what he did. Oh, okay. Could the change in his behavior also be related to the Turing chip? For a moment, I can't tell if I'm onto something or trying to excuse his actions. Honestly, MC. Relatable. A few meters away, a large door suddenly opens. I hear a very familiar voice speaking.
Colonel.
My heart skips a beat. I retreat and try to hide in a corner of the corridor. Before I can see who's with Caleb, however, he turns, his back blocking my view.
I heard you'll lead the fleet on a patrol through the depths of the Deepspace tunnel in 3 days. The Fountain of Atei is about to enter its next phase. A banquet will be held in your honor before you leave.
I can't attend the celebratory banquet anyway. I have some personal matters to deal with.
The higher-ups gave the order. You shouldn't ignore them.
Caleb doesn't speak for a moment before he responds in a lower voice.
Speculating on other people's stuff isn't my forte. And since I've taken your place, I can order you to leave. Now.
Caleb reaches out and presses the sensor on the wall. The door rises. The man grunts as he leaves.
Come here.
Oh no, he found us. In the empty corridor, Caleb suddenly turns around and looks at where I'm hiding. I freeze and don't move. A few seconds later, a shadow looms over me and grabs my wrist.
Playing hide and seek now? Did you really think you wouldn't be noticed? There are eyes in every nook and cranny. Does it look like you can escape?
You were brave enough to bring me to HQ. That means no matter who's suspicious of me, you'll have my back. Right? He stares at me for a long time, and then he laughs. For some reason, an ominous feeling washes over me. Let go of me!
You want to go home, right? I'll take you there now.
From the Farspace Fleet's headquarters to his home, Caleb remains silent. Click. The door is now locked. This is what you meant by safe and sound? Lowering his gaze, he says nothing. Following his gaze, I find the wound on my knee has reopened.
Doesn't it hurt?
Answer my question first, Caleb. He suddenly picks me up and walks into the living room. Perfect timing. All right. Captive bird, my favorite. So excited.
Sit first. We need to tend to your wound.
Is the Colonel ordering me around, or is Caleb worried about me?
Do you remember that injured cat you brought back home? Back when we were kids?
Oh, that look.
We kept it in the backyard. But that cat always kept trying to run away before it fully recovered.
I don't want to listen to this.
Do you want to know what I did in response?
Yes, I'm sad.
I got a collar with a bell. I put it on the cat. That way, it couldn't escape without being noisy. If I had that kind of bell right now, I should make you wear it, right?
Is this how you'll protect me? I just need to be glued to your side?
I know, it's unfair, but...
Analyzing vital signs.
Because of that monster, your wound is infected. Is there truly a way for you to run around without getting injured?
Are you still the Caleb who confronted danger with me? I've had enough of your protection.
I feel so bad for him because he's so, he's so confused.
If being with me only brings you pain, then just put up with this for 3 more days.
What are you going to do?
Tie up loose ends. And then, all of this will be over. I just need 3 days.
Our reporters out in the field confirm the lockdown will be lifted after being in effect. The Farspace Fleet assures everyone that the explosion in the Cascade District will not happen.
After all this is over, the fleet will return to the deep space tunnel. You'll be safe, for now.
In other words, you'll just disappear again and not even say anything?
I'll be gone. Aren't you happy that you won't have to see me then? I'm about to leave. It'd be nice if we had a meal together.
So, I have to listen to the Colonel even when it comes to eating and drinking now?
You can be mad, but don't let it affect your health.
I'm not mad.
Okay, girl.
Growing up, we knew each other so well. Better than most, even. I could see through your lies when you'd blink. Bite your lip, and I could tell you were upset.
Oh god, he's so yearning in this though, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so good.
In that case, Tell me, what am I thinking about right now?
Look at that face, though.
I wonder, how did you turn into someone I hardly recognize?
Oh, I know. You're thinking some chip got put into my brain, right? And now I'm no longer who I used to be? What if I told you I was always like this? Your life has threats around every corner. The people who are after your power, who want to hurt you, they should all just disappear. You're only safe when you're by my side.
I'd rather face danger head-on than safely live like this. I don't need you.
You don't need me? Is that what you think? All right. What do you need? You can tell me. We can return to Lincoln if that's what you want. If you want to return to the past, we'll rebuild our old house and move in together. And if one house isn't enough, I'll build you a whole maze. I'll decorate it with everything you could ever want. It will be the most beautiful, stunning garden you've ever seen. No one will be able to find you ever again. I'll protect you forever.
Caleb, you can't just... You're very important to me, and no one could ever replace you.
Really? I always held myself back and endured day after day after day. It was suffocating. But now, I'm tired of playing these games.
It's so good and so traumatic at the same time. I'm praying that they put more in this, more like that in his next story portion. It's so good though. Dolly, I like how you memorized it. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I can't get over it. I always like when I hear my MC's voice. I want them to put her voice in more often. I chose it on purpose. I found Caleb again, and yet the familiar person from my memories has been eaten away by some indescribable hidden pain. Only fragments remain. I can see why it would be tough. The night sky above Skyhaven is clear, while all its secrets are somewhere in the bottomless, unfathomable depths of his eyes. The night before he left, I dreamed about our childhood. I dreamt of Caleb and me running down the street, skipping class, grabbing ice cream, and reading comic books. And I dreamt of that day when we held hands and became part of each other's lives.
Remember this. From now on, I'll always be by your side. It's okay. I'll always be there for you, and I won't hurt you.
That's actually sad that he says he's not gonna hurt us. Which I don't think he inadvertently hurts us, but he is kind of causing us pain by what he's doing.
Why are you crying here by yourself? Who bullied you? It's okay. I'll avenge you. Hold my hand. You won't have to worry about losing your way when I'm here.
The contrail left by the fleet ship splits the sky. It's like a line between dreams and reality. Rays of light pierce the clouds and bring the world back to a new sunny day. On the runway, fleet ships are ready and waiting for their colonel to give the signal. It feels like whenever we say goodbye, I'm always sending you off.
I guess it won't be a painful experience this time.
No, not a dusty motherfucker. It's facts, Dolly. His hand moves, probably to ruffle my hair, but he hesitates. His arm soon falls to his side.
All right. I'll be going now.
Yeah. I lower my head. A lump forms in my throat.
Make sure you eat on time. Look after yourself.
Why does it feel like we're breaking up? Caleb turns around, his back disappearing as it gets further and further away. The fleet ship takes off and disappears into the sky, becoming a speck in the distance.
I was so bored without you. I almost became a shriveled up peach. By the way, Jenna mentioned you were at Sky Haven for a wedding. But what kind of wedding lasts that long?
Oh, you know, my old friend is...
My boss is calling. Let's catch up later.
I end the call and put my phone back into my pocket. That's when I notice there's a strange object in it. Huh? When did this... I take it out to get a closer look under the sun. It's an old yellow piece of paper with a kid's handwriting. Forgiveness coupon for Caleb. I'm gonna cry. Valid for 100 years. Holding it, I feel a wave of sadness, like bubbles ready to burst, erupt from the depths of my heart. Caleb, you dummy. I can't figure out what's real or fake with Caleb. But what I know for sure is that this person who's important to me, I don't want to lose him a second time. That was so sad. I'm like trying not to sob. The Farspace fleet has the spatium core fragment. And with that, the chapter on the explosion incident draws to a close. However, Mia's fate is enshrouded in mystery, and Kevy's future is uncertain with the chip. This isn't an end, but a beginning of another story. An invisible web has been cast, with the Aether Core acting as the lead ball. As a result, it has created a gravitational field that's as strong as a black hole. Ever, the Farspace fleet, myself, who knows how many more pieces are being pulled in. Either way, they're slowly or quickly rolling into a void. The Turing chip, the Fountain of Atei. Those patients turned into monsters via experiments. Everything seems to lead back to one source. The professor who lurks in the shadows. Endless summer takes place between the main story and the myth. This stress me as not dead. The legendary forgiveness coupon. But I think everyone knows the card story already. Yeah. In the heart of Skyhaven's main island, opposite of the Aerospace Center, are rows and rows of new buildings that popped up recently. Inside one of them, researchers are scurrying around with papers and walking into different labs. They're preparing to announce the big breakthrough of the century, so there's no room for mistakes. Caleb silently stands in the elevator as it climbs to a non-existent floor that can only be accessed with special clearance. The door slides open, and he walks down a gray corridor and towards an anchored door, arched door. I think all this person is dead, are cover-ups. Oh, for sure. A device with a faint green light scans his eye, then the door quietly opens. Before him, a scene unfolds. It's vastly different from the dull gray and white of his surroundings earlier. A seemingly endless expanse of lush green trees stretches out under the glass dome and shiny silver roof. Now every death is gonna be sus.
We went ahead and recycled those abandoned flux nexuses. Then, we paid the N109 zone a visit to get info on Onykinus.
Okay, so they're not getting info from Onykinus, they're getting it about Onykinus. And they recycled those abandoned flux nexuses. When they mean abandoned, do they mean like the one in the N109 zone and the one in the No Hunt zone 47 or whatever it was, or 42?
Our Skyhaven gig is almost over. Where's our next stop? We practically spoiled Ever, and those old people in the fleet were like their personal hitmen.
Does he ever stop talking?
Don't think I won't beat you up because you're a kid.
You two, stop arguing. The professor said we're family, and families are all about love and kindness.
Okay, so there's this girl that we don't know. Viper leans against a massive tree. He puts his hand behind his head as he grumbles to himself. Yes, okay. The other two are sitting nearby, a little boy and a girl wearing a black dress.
Where's Mr. Overprotective? Did he check in on his little hunter girl again? Healthy relationships are ideal, but the twisted ones, that's where the drama... Ah!
Before he can even finish, his head is made to spin 180 degrees. He finds himself staring at the brooding gaze. What's more frightening is that this person is genuinely smiling at him.
Your attempts to mess with me are lacking in creativity. Ah!
Where's the professor?
Inside. And can't you at least put my head back in place before you go?
I agree. A small mechanical bug flies in. It perches on his finger for a second before darting into the vegetation.
14 years ago, Josephine and her team defected. They kept quiet about that kid being the best test subject.
Okay, so they defected when the catastrophe happened.
The Gaia Research Center was destroyed during the Chrono Rift catastrophe, and then the N109 zone took over.
Okay, and we knew that.
With Onykinus and those gangs around, retrieving their old experimental data and equipment is not an easy thing.
I wonder if this is when Dimitri made his deal with Silas about bringing her back.
Josephine and her researchers have been using fake names for years and kept this achievement of theirs a secret. But our investigation has paid off. Not to mention, Josephine and her traitors got what they deserved.
That means you found the child who disappeared back then.
Okay, and then this is another guy that we don't know.
From what we've seen and how she's been acting, her powers haven't activated yet.
The man with salt and pepper hair glances to the side. The youngster has entered the room.
Compared to that broken thing, I'm a weapon perfectly primed forever.
Hang on. That means you've found the child who disappeared back then. From what I've seen and how she's acting, her power hasn't activated yet compared to that broken... Is he calling her the broken thing? Caleb calmly looks up and stares at the hologram in the air. It displays a massive hospital ward. In the darkness, there's a figure who's barely visible.
I've been waiting for many years.
The man on the hospital bed finally peeks out from the gloom. Half of his face is on the thinner side. His skin is so pale that it's almost translucent, and his voice carries the weight of pure fatigue.
So, don't make me
They're
wait
talking
anymore.
about yes, okay.
Of course.
And I'm assuming this hospital doesn't want them to take her. So he's sacrificing himself. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, that's why he's saying that thing is because he's making it seem like she's weak so that he can step in. Got it. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Now, next question. He's trying to get them to divert attention from MC. Okay, this hospital that they're showing, is this the same place that Death and Rebirth takes place on Zane's side with the cocoons? Or is this where the Fountain of Atei is going to happen? Well, I guess the Fountain of Atei would happen there. After the man mentions a few key points, Caleb nods and walks into the lush green scenery. All is quiet. Then Professor Lucius raises his head, his gaze fixed on the hologram materializing in midair.
The Fountain of Atei will be put into motion, and Ever will soon reveal its revolutionary vision to the world.
We'll track down the missing child, but now isn't the best time.
He glances at the figure who has long vanished into the verdant vegetation, his gaze lingering on his right arm. There, hidden beneath the surface, lies the price Caleb paid to be brought back to life.
At least it will be before he becomes completely useless.
The human body is far too fragile. But by surrendering warmth and sensation, even the simplest modifications can transform flesh and bone into unyielding machinery. Electric currents will course through the neural network, numbing everything, taking control of everything, until they completely replace him, turning him into a weapon perfectly crafted for the task. The old man smiles at the thought, anticipation glinting in his eyes. He looks forward to the day it happens. In the forest where shattered stars rest, a crystalline pool appears. As if infused with the wine of life, it's clear yet murky. Young traveler, do not drink from it. Lost lover, do not drink from it. But when flowers wither in their sleep, when wind falls silent, when the vigilant owl closes its eyes, only then can you drink deep of these waters. Let the dead sing. O Fountain of Atei, cleanse my time, nourish my flesh, spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. Spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. You're talking about Fountain of Atei, which Death and Rebirth is the plot. Right. I like that I read through all of the story again because it all makes way more sense now.